on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is the Fight for Iowa podcast, brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy, proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Big Ten Conference. Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and Iowa Corn Promotion Board. You may think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Shields, we're right there with you in Des Moines, Sioux City, Iowa City, and Cedar Falls. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. This is the Fight for Iowa podcast. Here's the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin.
A new college football season dawns August 31st when the Iowa Hawkeyes welcome the Missouri Valley Conference Illinois State Redbirds to Kinnick Stadium. The day before brings another edition of Fry Fest to the Iowa River Landing in Coralville. Part of those festivities include the Hawkeye Letter Winners Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday night. The class of 9 features football's Adrian Clayborn and Sean Green, basketball's Lindsey Meter and Kevin Kunert, baseball pitcher Mike Boddicker, field hockey's Sue Burry, wrestler Rico Chiparelli, and from women's tennis, Laura Dvorak. Consensus All-American Adrian Clayborn joins us on the Fight for Iowa podcast after a brief pause, courtesy of Athletico, UIHC, Iowa Corn, and Shields.
More of the Fight for Iowa podcast after this.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bowes, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Wait for your men's or women's health care at the doctor's office or Redbox Rx it and get the care you need wherever you are. Wait for prescriptions at the pharmacy or Redbox Rx it and have it shipped to you. Redbox Rx is the easy, affordable way to get quality, personalized care with private online consultations, upfront pricing, and low-cost prescriptions shipped for free. Redbox Rx, the same, but really different. Get 50% off your first prescription at redboxrx.com with code NASCAR.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Now back to the Fight for Iowa podcast. Here's the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin.
From nerve damage in the neck and shoulder area incurred at birth, baby boy Adrian Clayborn rallied to become one of Iowa's greatest football defenders. A former Missouri High School Player of the Year, All-American with the Hawkeyes, Clayborn was drafted in the first round by the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Across a 10-year pro career, Clayborn, a stand-up rush end, stockpiled 200 tackles, including 40 sacks and 11 forced fumbles. Clayborn won a Super Bowl ring with the New England Patriots, and now is a member of the Iowa Letter Winners Hall of Fame. That path to greatness got a huge boost when Clayborn found his way to Iowa City from St. Louis.
I mean, like I've told people, this is kind of the what is it, the icing on the cake, I don't care, whatever, however you want to put it. It's it's the last one that I really wanted, and I'm glad it finally happened.
Missouri High School Player of the Year. You had a ton of scholarship offers from around the country. What clicked with Iowa? What swung you to the Hawkeyes as you think back on that tender signing day?
Yeah, it was my official visit. Honestly, it was different from all the other visits. It felt right. My position coach at the time, Coach Aiken, he was awesome. I felt comfortable with Coach Ferentz. He didn't give me the typical lines that they give recruits. I could tell it was real. And yeah, I just felt at home. And then I knew that's where I wanted to be. And it worked out.
Sure did. So many career-making memories that we'll talk about. But first, you mentioned Coach Ferentz, Norm Parker, and
Yeah.
Ron Aiken. I mean, really, the three coaches that you believed in most, molding you as a player or the player that you became. What did they see in Adrian Clayborn, and how badly did you want to perform at your level best for them?
I mean, coming out of high school, I think they saw an athletic kid with kind of raw because I didn't play defensive end that much. I just played mostly just linebacker. But yeah, I mean, Coach Aiken and Parker, you just want to give it your all for them. They're not yellers. They command respect, but you just want to play your hardest off. I remember the Orange Bowl game when Parker was getting kind of sick, but you just want to do everything you can for him. And he was a great human being, a great man, and a great coach.
Yeah, Norm was saddled with that bad diabetes at that time, but boy, he loved being on the sideline watching great players like Adrian Clayborn. And you mentioned the Orange Bowl. That 2009 season was so special. The block punt and return for a touchdown at Penn State, that Saturday night game in Happy Valley, the road win at Michigan State, Stanzi to McNutt on the last play of the game to win it. That got the Hawks to 9-0 that year in a top 5 national ranking. And then, of course, the Orange Bowl. So many great memories. Is there one or two that stick out? I mean, I guess combined all together, what made that 09 team, the Orange Bowl championship team, so special?
I would just say we were so close looking back at it, and you didn't even know it while you were in it. But from practices to games to just knowing that we were going to win. I mean, what is it? The Iowa State game, we crushed them. The Arizona game, we crushed them. We had a great defensive game. I don't know, every game we just felt like we were in it, and we were confident that we were going to win. The Penn State game, going to Happy Valley at a night game, it just felt right. And I'll speak for the D line specifically. I just know we hung out literally every day, whether it was at the facility or at somebody's house. It was just, I've never been on a team like that since. We were close. It was cool.
Certainly one of the great defenses in the history of Iowa football. And you mentioned the D line. I think of Mitch King and Broderick Binns, and I think Carl Klug was in there somewhere. Kind of an undersized defensive front, but man, could they find that backfield in a hurry?
Yeah, we just played aggressive, nasty, and with passion and fun. I mean, we knew everybody's going to go hard to either get to the quarterback or get to the running back, and it was fun.
We just hired your buddy Pat Anger to come up in the broadcast booth with us. If there's somebody that shadows Ed Podolak and how great Eddie was on the air, and we flip it to defense, Pat Anger would be the proper choice, don't you think? What strikes you about that middle linebacker who played the game with such a big heart?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, Pat exterior is crazy, but he has a big heart. He was super smart. He got us all in the right positions every play. And I'll say that's kind of a thing that people just didn't know about Pat. He was super smart, and he led with his goofiness, but he put us in the right spot in the right position every time.
Sometimes it's good to be goofy, isn't it? It keeps everybody loose.
He really did. When we were getting yelled at, he found a way to make us all laugh.
The Hawks haven't seemed to miss a beat defensively. Do you get a chance to watch Phil Parker's defense these days and admire him?
I have. I give him crap every time I see him. Though I was like, why don't we get those blitzes? Why didn't we get that the get up and stand and run around? I'm pretty sure we're a little bit better athletes than even what they got now. So I don't know why we couldn't do that, but no, I'm glad to see them evolve into what the defense they are and keep up with the times and have fun with it. And it's cool to watch.
It would have been fun to watch your group blitz more than you did. But Norm didn't. Norm trusted you guys just stand up, straight up, 4-3, get after him. And Norm always said, don't let him beat you over the top. He said, I'll go to Vegas on your money. I'm not going to Vegas on my money. I love that line by Norm Parker. That's what made him so special. There are many ways to get it done, but man, oh man, what a special defense, what a special team that was. That you concluded with that 11th victory against Georgia Tech in the Orange Bowl with that juggernaut of a triple option running threat. And they were averaging well over 300 yards a game on the ground. They got 135 yards of total offense that night.
Yeah.
You guys were so well prepared. What do you remember about that game defensively and facing that offense?
Just bowl prep the whole month. We just drilled it into us to play assignment football. And if you look, it's funny, if you look back to the first game, the first play of the game, I think it was first or second, they had like a 20-yard run or 30-yard run for and I actually missed my assignment. I had my eyes wide open. I wasn't really keen on my technique, and luckily got called back. And from that play on, I locked in to our defensive plan. And if I had the running back, I was going towards the running back. If I had the quarterback, my eyes were on the quarterback. And that first play, yep, they're right. And then we locked in and we kicked the butt.
Norm and Ron and the rest of the defensive coaches could always put you in the proper position. That was such a key to that great defense. Adrian, 2 young sons now with your beautiful bride. You met at Iowa. This is going to be quite the homecoming for you Fry Fest weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I got my 2 boys, my wife, and I have my older boy. He's 4, and he's starting to get it and starting to understand that daddy played football, and it's going to be cool to see him soak it all in and have my mom and sister and my in-laws and everybody. It's going to have a bunch of people there, and it's going to be fun.
Clayborn is enjoying retirement with his wife, who he met at Iowa, and 2 children, 4-year-old Jalen and 6-month-old Cannon. Congratulations, Hall of Famer Adrian Clayborn. Future Hawkeye Hall of Famer wrestler Spencer Lee lost a grinding gold medal match in Paris to Japan's Rei Higuchi, 4-2, the final score. The 3-time NCAA champ thus brings home the silver medal, becoming Iowa wrestling's 11th Olympic medalist. Spencer now has plenty of time to contemplate another try for gold in Los Angeles in 2028. That's the Fight for Iowa podcast this week. Thank you for listening. I'm Gary Dolphin. Go Hawks.
You've been listening to the Fight for Iowa podcast. Hawkeye fans, remember to hit the subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. Once you become a Fight for Iowa podcast subscriber, you'll automatically receive the latest episodes of the Fight for Iowa podcast, the Hawkeye Women Rise podcast, Hawk Talk replays, exclusive game content, and more. Until next time, on Iowa, and go Hawks! The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.